Have you ever wondered what the difference is between initiating and responding when it comes to generators and MGs? Are you curious about what this might look like in real life? Well, if so, you're in the right place and you're gonna wanna stay tuned for this video. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Crystal Alfarero. I'm founder of the Human Design Academy, and I help people like yourselves understand their unique energetic blueprint through the human design system. Today, we're gonna be talking about a very common question that comes a lot between my generator clients in my community, and that's differentiating between response and initiating. So how do you know when you're responding and not initiating, and what's the right way to respond? So I'm going to preface this by saying that at the end of the day, I honestly believe that there's no right or wrong way to respond, and the key is really to experiment to see what actually works for you. And really, the right way is likely going to be the one that opens up the path of least resistance so that you don't get stuck in frustration and exhaustion in your day-to-day life, in your relationships, or in your business and career. Now, to give you a bit more of a background on why I decided to make this video, I've seen quite a few generators initiating out of this place of fear and urgency and mistaking that initiating as responding, and then still finding themselves stuck or frustrated. And without giving away all the personal details, I basically had someone in my community explain a situation where they felt really annoyed by something to do with their car. And they mentioned that they immediately responded by starting a search for a new car. And I'm assuming that was to alleviate the annoyance and get out of that kind of pain, right? And then they realized, like, oh wait, am I initiating right now, or is this responding? And they mentioned that this is something that, has become their normal process, and then they end up becoming frustrated. And I've seen different variations of this happen where generators are actually reacting to a situation that's happened or a thought or an idea and initiating from this place of fear and urgency rather than waiting for something to show up in their external reality to confirm or validate their internal thoughts or to reveal to them that next step. And then engaging in their sacral to respond to the right thing that lights them up. And this is really where the difference between initiating and responding lies. Initiating happens when you're reacting based on this inner urge or thought or idea, and it comes out of this place of fear and urgency, which you'll notice if you're trying to force things to happen and then you're led to this place of exhaustion and frustration. Whereas waiting to respond is really exercising that patience and waiting for something in your external reality to show up, whether it be in a conversation, some kind of opportunity presented to you, or even some sign or synchronicity to really confirm or validate those internal urges or ideas or thoughts and make sure that they are rooted in a place of alignment, right? Or to, again, reveal that next step. And then, of course, most importantly, after you have received that thing or after that thing shows up, engaging your sacral to respond to the right things that light you up, to the right things that, get you excited. And of course, drawing that line and saying no to the things that don't. In other words, taking action through response is initiating from a place of authenticity and alignment to your sacral response rather than out of this place of fear and urgency. So if we apply this to the example that I mentioned earlier, rather than reacting and initiating from that place of annoyance, it would look like waiting for signs to look for a new car, such as seeing car billboards everywhere or seeing a specific car show up everywhere, or even talking to a friend, right, about them telling you that they wanted to go and buy a new car. And then when these things show up, engaging in your sacral and asking yourself those yes or no questions, whether it's a yes, it's time to go look for a car, or no, maybe now is not the right time. But by waiting to respond, it saves you so much effort and energy, and it prevents you from doing things like impulse buying something that you don't actually need or want. It saves you time and energy from going down that rabbit hole search and just leaving you stuck and exhausted. And it gives you back energy to invest in things that actually do matter and that do contribute to your fulfillment and that do light you up. And again, I want to make this disclaimer and say that I personally don't believe you always need to wait for something to show up in your external reality before initiating something, especially if the signs are loud and clear from your sacral, right? You're the best judge for that. But waiting for something to show up, which it does, helps you as a generator confirm that this inner thought or idea is actually rooted in truth and alignment rather than just that fear and urgency, and helps you avoid the frustration that results when you're trying to force things from this place, which is often the case. You know, so many of us who live in capitalist societies are conditioned and taught to initiate, to go, 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 to grab life by the horns, to get that hit of instant gratification, and to achieve things as fast as physically possible. You know, living in these environments highly influences our behavior and the urgency that we feel that forces us, or not forces us, but it influences us to take action when it's really not necessary. And you'll know that you're initiating rather than responding when the theme of frustration becomes a pattern, when you're facing that resistance. So practicing that patience is not a punishment. It's just something that can actually lift a huge weight off your shoulders and help you maintain your peace and lead you to satisfaction. So to wrap up this video, I want to remind you that ultimately human design is an experiment, right? There are no hard rules or shoulds. If you want to go out there and initiate and that works for you, then do it. There are no forces that are going to come out and punish you if you do that. But if you feel that initiating is getting you stuck and frustrated and it's creating a lot of resistance in your life and you don't know why, then I invite you to practice more patience as well. I personally believe that human design should never limit you and place more restrictions and rules on you. It's really this framework helping you learn more about your own energy, you know, helping you learn to work with your energy rather than against it, and ultimately help you find what works best for you. So if you're a generator or MG, let me know down in the comments below how you've experimented with waiting to respond and share with us what that looks like for you. And if you enjoyed this video, I'd be so grateful if you could show me some love, hit that like button, and hit subscribe to continue learning more about the wonderful human design system. So with that said, have an amazing day or evening wherever you are, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.